So, I'm at work, it's a bit noisy. A video on these pumpkin seeds. So it's pumpkin season at the moment, and it was pumpkin soup the other day. So I pulled these pumpkin seeds out of the pumpkins, obviously. So I tasted one, they're alright, and I was going to cook them, but I'm deep frying some stuff today. So I kind of thought what we'll do is have a go at deep frying them first and kind of see what happens, and then we'll maybe toast or fry them in the oven and see what happens. Now, shouldn't do this. This is really dangerous. That oil's not hot enough, but we'll turn it up and we'll see what happens to them. Yeah, that oil's way not hot enough, but it doesn't matter, it'll get up to temperature and we'll see how they turn out. Right, they've coloured. Let's give them a taste. They're delicious, just as they are. We shall have to do something else with those. Have a think about it. They're going to make a nice snack. Right, let's do a few more things with these pumpkin seeds. Let's bake them in the oven with some sugar and some cinnamon on them. So, some of them here. And then nice and sugar. More than that. That's alright. They're a little bit moist, so that sugar's going to stick to them and together. We might give it another dust of sugar when they come out of the oven. It's a bit sticky, is that? And let's see if we can just dust a bit of this sweet cinnamon on without making a mess of my hands. Gently, 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 gently. And then after I've just cleaned my hands, we'll give those another mix. That smells great, does that? So, hopefully, that will work in the oven. What, 180 degrees, something like that. Basically, I want to toast them. But, if that works or not, I should really research, but I just watch enough videos online. So, in the oven, 180 degrees. See what happens there. Right, then we've got some oil. So let's fry some of these other ones, and then we'll do a sweet version and a savoury version, or spicy. So, but we can split these in two. So we'll cook them first in the pan. Save those just in case we need them. So we'll fry them, we'll get them crisp, and then we'll drain them off on a bit of kitchen paper, and some more kitchen paper. And then we'll do one with the cinnamon and the sugar. And we'll do one with just curry powder, because that's what I've got. Otherwise, I think it's just a case of, like most things like that, just use what you've got, you know. Use what you've got. Don't go out and buy something if you've got some old herbs and spices in the cupboard that need using up. Use those. Curries don't have to have curry powder in, they can just be a dumping ground for all the old spices that you've got. Same with roast potatoes, actually. So if you've got some herbs and spices that need using up, when you've roasted your potatoes, when you've cooked, I'll do a video on roast potatoes sometime, because everyone seems to like mine. So parboil your potatoes, roll them around, drain them off, chuff them up a little bit so the edges become a little bit rough, and then throw them into some fat or some oil, sprinkle over some herbs, and then as they cool, when they're cool enough to touch, kind of mix them all together with your hands and then roast them in the oven, and then you've got like Bombay potatoes type of thing. But anyway, so we'll get these crisp, don't need to see that, and then we'll see what we can do with them. Right, so these are just about ready. Out of interest, there's a cooked one next to a raw one now, so they have slightly shrunk. Slightly shrunk. So, I don't know if that's of any interest. Let's be honest, is anything I do of any interest apart from for me. That's why I'm making videos. After all, if you're not doing it for yourself, certainly not interested in doing it for an audience, or an audience what they're interested in seeing. I just think it's a happy coincidence if I make something that other people are interested in. So I'll drain these on a bit of paper. Got the one over there as well. Just get rid of the excess oil. Oil and fat are good, you know, but you don't want too much of it. Then somewhere safe to put that out of the way. It's not going to set anything on fire. So, drain off any excess oil and spill them everywhere. And then let's not make a mess of anything else. So, a little bit of curry powder. I suppose you should really cook the curry powder, shouldn't you? I didn't want the oil everywhere. I didn't want the oil. I probably should have done that. Maybe a bit more. Oops, too much. Those everywhere. And then these are the ones that are just over here. Excess oil off those, and then hopefully while it's still hot, probably needs to be in a bowl or something like that, to be honest. But I don't want to make any washing up. Maybe that should be a New Year's resolution. But I just want to see if these are nice and edible and can be used elsewhere. Because you throw so much food away that it's fine putting things on the compost, you know, but if you can actually do something practical with them, not that putting on the compost isn't practical. So, taste the savoury ones first. They're very good. Paprika ones would be nice. And hot ones. But they're nice for a snack, for almost for free. And what are these ones like? They're delicious. They're lovely, those. So, quick look at the ones in the oven. Probably a bit more sugar. And then we can decide what's better, to fry them and then coat them, or to bake them in the oven. Let's have a look. That's more interesting. Turn the oven off. That's interesting. So they've all kind of clumped together, and the sugar's coated the outside. That's more interesting. But how do they taste? They seem a bit chewy. How do these taste? That's interesting. Yeah, they've got more of a snap to them. I think what's going to be best, if you roast or fry them first, or deep fry them first, drain them of the oil, and then coat them, and then bake them in the oven. I think that would be for the best bet. And you can certainly do it with these pumpkin seeds from your pumpkins, even though it's way past pumpkin season now. I've had these in the freezer, just knocking around. But there you go. So that's it, isn't it? Cook them beforehand, to like dry roast them, and then cook them in the oven like that. Either do them sweet or do them savoury. I think that's for the best. Yeah, and that'll get around the cooking the spices as well, to kind of release a little bit of the natural oils in the spices and make them a little bit more aromatic. That was the word I was looking for. But anyway, there we go. A success, because we're not wasting any.